The true start of summer is here, and there's certainly plenty more baseball content, so don't worry. The days of 5 innings and 5 thoughts are still very much underway throughout the course of the summer, but I am starting to get that little bit of a niche for football back again, particularly on the college side. So, 5 innings, 5 thoughts, but with football just still a few months away, still have that little bit of a feeling that gotta get some football on the channel, right? We have a few more weeks before the next edition of college football from EA Sports comes out, and how great has it been to have this franchise back? So, let's finish up with college football 25. Got a few quick thoughts. So, on the football side, let's try this. I'm Tim Crowley, and this is 4 quarters and 4 thoughts. So we're still about 2 months away from the true start of the college football season, but what a year it was last year and how exciting this fall should be around this wonderful game. So to kick things off, again, as you know, grew up around Boston College, so let's get things going with what could be the game of the year on Chestnut Hill between the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Boston College Eagles, currently set for November 1st. We're going to play it today, see how the game goes. We'll talk more about BC in just a little bit, but for now, before kickoff at Alumni Stadium, let's get to the first thought. Thought number one, we'll knock out the BC hype right now. Coming off of a 7-win season under Bill O'Brien and all the juice that he brought to campus during his first year at the helm. Obviously an unfortunate ending with the loss in the Pinstripe Bowl to Dylan Raiola in Nebraska, but this should be another fun year for BC. A harder one? Probably, given the fact of what they see at home, particularly in the month of November. Again, talking about this Fighting Irish game with Notre Dame, then the Red Bandana game against SMU, then Georgia Tech, who was obviously scrappy last year. That's not to mention the earlier matchup in the season, October 11th against Clemson. So is BC still maybe going to be fighting for what's really just become the identity, 6-6, maybe get into a bowl game? Only because of the strength of the schedule at home, I'd probably say yes, but that doesn't mean that Bill O'Brien's team, particularly on the offensive side, can't keep taking steps forward. Some returning guys, really excited about the running backs room this year. Lewis Bond is back at receiver. I think 2026, with Bill O'Brien's recruiting class, that's really when this team's going to start to make a jump forward in the ACC. How far, we'll see, but should be a very fun fall ahead at Chestnut Hill once again. Get going, just kind of have a feeling before anything comes out, and this is one thing I would love to see change in college football. Can we get the game times out a little more than like 2 weeks ahead of the games? I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess maybe that this Notre Dame game ends up being a night game. So this is the setting we'll play in. Again, college football 25. We'll get college football 26 in early July. But for now, Notre Dame, BC, under the lights, Alumni Stadium. Let's see how this one starts to go. All right, game starting. We'll get kicked off here. Oh my gosh, I haven't kicked in a while. That's still all right. Let's do this. I usually don't play defense when I sim. I'll do one defensive possession a quarter. We'll do it that way. We're getting an early stadium pulse. That's good to see for BC. Come after Riley Leonard. Get in front of that. All right, first down. 2nd and 1. Get inside. Play action. Incomplete. All right. 3rd and 1. Can we get an early stop? That'd be great. 3rd and 1. 2 receivers. Got a tight end on the edge. Play action. You gotta make tap. Come on. Ugh. All right, not enough. That we can't be giving up stuff like that in the flat. 2nd and 7. Let's go, Bryce. Get home. Oh gosh, that's a big hole. All right, 1st and goal. Love is killing us on the ground. They're gonna go inside here. 3rd and goal. Clog the inside. Got him. All right, 4th and goal. They're going to kick? That's a huge stand if they do. They're going to kick. All right, so first defensive possession, not terrible. Held them to 3. That was close to the upright, but we'll take it. All right, 3-0 Notre Dame. That was the defensive possession for this quarter. Let's go on offense and let's make some plays. Really cool to see. Anything open? Yeah, pick 6. Hit as I threw, no chance, bad decision. Not start one on offense. And we're down, now soon to be 10-0. Great. All right, 1st and 10, now down 10. We got to go to work here. Smarter passing game, please. That could... I don't know who the safety is, but he's killing me. 2 terrible decisions on my part. This is, again, I don't... Not off to a good start. Now we're down 17-0. This is not going well. No more throwing. We got to run the ball a little bit. Buck sweep, get outside. Robichaux. What do we got? Oh, gosh. Another hit as I threw. Make a tackle. Of course not. 24 nothing. Kind of figured playing Notre Dame when I'm not great at this game to begin was a bad idea. Let's at least get through the quarter, and we'll do that. That's how we'll do this. We'll go 4 quarters, 4 thoughts, 4 different games. All right, 1st and 10, down 24 nothing. This is not going well at all. Big reception. All right, Lewis Bond 1st down. Maybe cover 2. Oh, no, why did I throw that outside? Good. Franklin, go. Okay. That might be out of bounds. Jaden. Yeah, out of bounds. Jaden McGowan. 1st down. Good. Robichaux's open. 1st down. All right. If we score a touchdown here, I'll let this ride out a little bit. Can we flip this? Yeah, there we go. Oh gosh. Barely got that away. Go here. Reed Harris one-on-one. Give him a chance. No. There's 2 defenders there, and that somehow didn't get picked, but it's turnover on downs. Thought number 2. Had the chance to get out to the other coast of college football, and what a pretty sight I got to see out in Seattle, Washington, the home of the Huskies at the University of Washington. You look at that stadium, get out to Huskies Stadium, and all those aerial shots you see during the big games that they play out there. Most recently, think of the Oregon game 2 years ago. The shots with the water right on the edge of the stadium. Getting to see that in person was one of the coolest views you'll ever see in college football, and certainly one of my favorite. Obviously, the Huskies trying to bounce back this year. A down year under 500 last year, coming off of the Natty appearance 2 years ago. But head coach Jedd Fisch should have a fun year ahead of him, and we'll see what Washington has in store in one of the most beautiful stadiums around college football. All right, switching this up, let's keep it in Washington. Let's play at Husky Stadium. Let's get this going. Seattle, big game here. Illinois, Washington, Huskies. Let's see how this one goes compared to a very ugly effort between Notre Dame and BC. All right, this time we're starting with the ball, so we get the opening kick. All right, let's get to work. Some room in the return game. Couldn't get around that. All right, 1st and 10 from the 20. Already a new goal. Threw 3 picks with BC. Let's not do that in the passing game this time. Got a tight end open and didn't let the road develop. That's on me. Step up and run, step up and run, have some room. Got it, 1st down, good push. Is that guy gonna sit? All right, he's got room. Get around an edge. All right, 2nd and 4. Get through traffic, get through traffic. Got him, 1st down. Get around an edge, keep going. Good cut back, all right. That's probably our best offensive play so far. Keep it rolling with the Huskies. Rogers off play action, get around the pocket, take it, get to the sticks, got it. This is how we go with an offense, okay? Not 3 picks in a quarter. See if this corner's open. Get there. Oh, wide open. Right play, too much under it. Let's try a run. Why not? Coleman follow block, 1st and goal. Good time for it. Got him. No. One guy left, and no, he's gone. Nope, maybe not. Yeah, he's gone. I got exactly what I wanted on that look, too. That's unfortunate. Man in motion, get him in space, got a receiver, threw it behind him, and drops it. Not really a drop, that was contact. 4 verse probably isn't the right play call here, but let's just see what we get for a look. Give him a shot. Give him a shot. I guess. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to outside. That safety's gonna drop with him. Get down there. Get down there. All right, well, we're 0 for 2 in good first quarters. Let's try this again. Thought number 3. Could we potentially be getting the game of the year in the first week of the schedule for college football in week 1 when the Texas Longhorns meet the Ohio State Buckeyes? First of all, you get an incredible rematch of the college football playoff last year. Everyone still, I'm sure, is visualizing in their heads the strip sack with Jack Sawyer running it back to clinch it for the Buckeyes against Quinn Ewers. What a game that was, and what is the year we're going to see ahead. 2 new starting quarterbacks, obviously all of the hype around Arch Manning and what he's going to get to take over with Coach Sark at Texas. But getting a rematch of this caliber from an unbelievable playoff game and 2 of the best teams in the country that early on, a noontime game before the calendar even turns to September, that one should still be a lot of fun. All right, like we were talking about, this could be one of the games of the year at the Horseshoe, Longhorns and Buckeyes. We're going to see how I do on offense again, playing as the Buckeyes. It's another 90 above overall team. Something tells me they're going to be sitting all over some of the routes that I pick. Let's see how this first quarter goes. Ready to receive. What a great view of this, too. Start to try to get to work here. Nothing. All right, 1st and 10 from the 17. Field position is not our friend today either. Henderson get around an edge. 3 yards. Safeties up towards the box. Get out of there. Nice 3 and out. Real nice. But let's get something going. Judkins on the option. Got him, 1st down. All right. Need guys in space and better decisions from me. See what we get for a look. Don't jump that. Thank you. Take 7. That's fine. Ooh, I like this look with Henderson in the slot too. Maybe do we give Smith a shot on one-on-one? Let's try it. Go up and get it. No. Better play by the corner. Stayed there. Buka. That's about throwing me because I let him into contact. 1st and 10, 47-yard line. Let's pick up where we left off a little bit without getting your receiver in traffic. Ibuka's wide open, get him in space. Good tackle in open field. All right, 1st down, plus side of the field. Obviously going for 2 if we do this just the way we're playing today. Send Smith deep. He's not going to be open, but maybe he will be. Go up and get that. Howard threw it. Nobody open. Underthrow him. That's on me. Thought number 4. Obviously made a quarterback change in this game that we've been playing tonight for 4 quarters and 4 thoughts, but let's talk about why. Obviously, from the Boston College side, Thomas Castellanos left the program last November after being benched in favor of Grayson James. Castellanos had a little bit of a weird second season at Boston College. Came off of the Fenway Bowl win in 2023, had a lot of expectations for himself, obviously working with an incredible quarterback mind in Bill O'Brien coming to BC. And it looked like through the first 2 weeks of the season, things were going to start to go well. Obviously, that Florida State game, when you look back at the end of the season, probably not as much meaning as everyone thought when they went down to Tallahassee the night of Labor Day and earned that win over a ranked Florida State team. Then come out 2-0, make their way over to Mizzou, where there was a lot of expectation. And from there, between injuries and just some poor decision making in the passing game, Castellanos clearly wasn't himself. He didn't have the same burst and couldn't really get around the edge to make explosive plays with his legs. And that's really where this change started to go, and eventually O'Brien making the shift to go with Grayson James. That clearly didn't sit well with Castellanos. He made the decision to hop in the portal and eventually finds himself still in the ACC with Florida State. He did an interview recently with On3 that certainly had some notable quotes, ranging from everything talking about the opening matchup this season against Alabama, talking about how Nick Saban's not there anymore and how he doesn't see the Crimson Tide stopping him. Really? I mean, this was a talented quarterback, but I think everyone knew at BC what his ceiling was. Good college quarterback with some really cool playmaking ability with his legs, can make a couple throws. This is going to be a whole different ballgame for him when he plays Alabama. And I thought this interview just continued to get further and further. You just scratch your head about some of these quotes, including the part about mentioning, I was running the ACC by myself. I was dominating the ACC by myself or at BC, and, just look what I'm going to do with Florida State with these weapons. Are these numbers that look like someone taking over the ACC for a team that, again, obviously looking for BC to do more, but has still been a 500 program and just get into a bowl game? Is that really what dominating the ACC is going to be? Why is there reason to believe that Castellanos is going to be able to do that at Florida State, especially for a team coming off of what Florida State was a year ago? I am fascinated to see what the Castellanos era looks like. In that Bama game, I'm sure Coach DeBoer already has a lot of this on a bulletin board material for the Crimson Tide heading into that one. All right, I've gotten nothing going in any of these games. We'll stick with the Castellanos Bowl. We'll go down to Tallahassee, Bama, Florida State. Obviously not with Castellanos yet, but we'll see how this one goes. 37-yard line. Defense got to stop with the sim. Mind you, Florida State's offense in this season, 2024, was terrible. I've been terrible offensively. Let's see if, I don't know, maybe that makes a positive. I have no idea. DJ get the ball out. That's getting picked. Maybe not. First down. See how much expecting things to go wrong the way this offense has been? Again, we're down on varsity. I know. Bad look, but let's keep it going. I don't trust that route. This one I trust a little more. And why did I trust that route? Because that's going to be his pick six. Does DJ have any sort of angle on him? No. So the route I was looking at was that quick out with the tight end. And I'm like, nah, corner's going to come in and drop and bite that. I tried to force a slant over the middle, and I got bit. And the ball back again. Now down 7-0. Entirely my fault. Can we score a touchdown? Just one in this entire video. Just one. Because if not, we go on the practice field, and I'm giving one touchdown in this video, one way or another. Good separation, first down. Good. Put some air underneath it. Too much. Scissors on the outside. Tight end's open. Stay in bounds. Can we get this tight end down the seam? Is this guy going to pick it off? No. Can DJ run it all? No, of course he can't. 14-0. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. The only quarter. Literally the only goal. Score some points so I don't have to go to the practice field after this. Tight end's open. First down. Good. Let's give a shot. Give a shot. That's going to get picked because that's way underthrown. Great job, DJ. I don't know why I'm playing with quarterbacks. These are all my throws. Way too many picks. Way too many. All right, so it's still a ton of excitement about college football, but what are 2 things we learned in this video? 1, ton of fun storylines entering the season. Can't wait for the end of August when this thing gets going. Should be another fun year. And the other thing, I have a lot of work to do in the passing game in terms of my own game on this game. Less picks, better decisions, get guys in space, be better. Thank you for watching the first episode of 4 Quarters and 4 Thoughts. Still plenty of 5 innings and 5 thoughts left to go this summer, but football's coming up. Let's enjoy it a little bit. I'm Tim Crowley. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time, but maybe I do have one touchdown for you on the practice fields before we go.